Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right. So, I want to talk about what's going on. Well, how do I do this right? FBG Duck is a rapper who passed away last year in the Gold Coast, ritzy Chicago area, sort of like the Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive of Chicago. He was coming out of a very, very, very expensive spot, and some of his cops saw him. And they proceeded to take his life. Today it was announced that three men were arrested. Another was named, who is already since deceased, and they've been arrested by the feds. And I've been hearing about so much, and I've been following what's going on in Chicago, because basically it's a circus right now for the media and for bloggers. As someone else described, it's like a Marvel universe of killers. You know of these people and their legacies when they just died on the street, But because of how big the drill scene is and how rap has been the centerpiece for how these guys have been able to, be famous and all that, we know of them, we know of the characters, etc. So FBG Duck was a very, very famous character in this. And of course, he had made just like all of the kids in that scene, they make songs making fun of people's dead loved ones and things of that nature. And FBG Duck had made a song called Dead B Word about a week before that, made a video and was just naming off all of the names of people who had passed away, who were his ops, and the four guys named were from O Block. And it is alleged that another deceased rapper by the name of King Vaughn, who lost his life earlier this year, I believe it was, in Atlanta, it is being alleged that he was the one who put the money up for FBG Duck to pass away. So it's a lot going on there. I didn't come over here to tell y'all that. I came over here to say that I've been hearing about stories in Chicago like this as I've been following it. The federal government does not get involved. In fact, sometimes the cops don't even be looking for these people. They're literally allowing them to kill each other on these streets. They're letting them kill each other off. But because FBG Duck was murdered in the Gold Coast, now the federal government is all up in arms and getting all involved, trying to look for these people who killed this man. Why ain't y'all looking for the people that killed all of them kids that lost their lives in Chicago? Why ain't y'all getting them off the streets before they killed themselves? Why don't the feds give a damn about that? You only care because of where this happened. And I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. Because once again, our country is showing us that we put value on lives based on finances and based on different criteria that has nothing to do with anything that identifies us truly inside. This happened there, where rich white people would have been hit by gunfire, could have been hit by gunfire, and now the federal government comes swoop in. This is the same thing I be seeing in different neighborhoods. You go down the street, Beverly Hills, you don't see a speck of trash on the floor. Everything is clean in these neighborhoods. You go to a different neighborhood where it's not so much money, you got all kinds of dirtiness. I seen footage of New York, got big trash cans the size of elephants, big trash bags the size of elephants sitting out in the street on a rainy day. Unsanitary bullcrap that goes on. You go to a place like the Gold Coast, it's serene. Go to a place like Jacksonville, people shooting each other up left and right. You don't hear about no RICO cases, no federal government getting involved. Somebody shoots somebody in front of the Gold Coast, though, coming out of a Hermes store or something. All of a sudden, the feds is flying in. That's the biggest story in the world. It's bullcrap. This is where the civil unrest starts. It doesn't start when the individual like George Floyd loses his life in some ridiculous incident. It starts here when we see stuff like this. When we know damn well that you letting our brothers and sisters kill each other. Y'all don't care. Let them kill each other off. But let them go slide to the Gold Coast and pull that stuff over there, and all of a sudden y'all come swooping in like it's the end of the, like it's suddenly the biggest thing in the world. Like the president has been assassinated or some stupid crap. This is what we are tired of. Poor people, black people, people of marginalized groups that don't have a lot of money. We tired of this. We're tired of you telling us that value of life has to do with certain criteria that you make up. I watched people fall from their death, hoping that America would save their asses because America left their country after being there for 20 years with their own agenda. They let these people, they didn't have the decency to stop the plane. They had the children hanging off the side of the plane. They didn't have the decency to stop it. And you got Americans cheering that bullshit. Like, that's good because they're not Americans. It's kids. One of the dudes that fell to his left off of that plane was 16 years old. He didn't know any better than to not do that. He thought the world was going to end either way. He was figuring torture was coming. It would probably be better to fall to his death. He's 16 years old. His life don't matter. Because he wasn't shot coming out of the Gold Coast. You want me, as a person who's a part of these marginalized groups, as a person who doesn't have means, to care for your flag and to be a patriot. I don't live in the world you live in. That's not real to me. Because when I try to apply all of that, my cousins, my loved ones, my friends, my family, my neighbors, they find themselves falling to this fate. We don't have the pleasure of just rallying around and just coming together for some stupid rally cry about a country that has done nothing but wrong to a lot of people to make themselves better. I don't get the privilege of being able to say that that is good enough because I don't benefit from that fully. I don't. Not like some who say that this is the way to go. We don't live in the same world. You're not going to come scrape me off the ground and find somebody who did something to me because it happens out here. They would not give one damn about FBG Duck. Not one damn. If this happened on 63rd in Chicago. Those same men could have did that same thing with the same amount of people outside. You understand what I'm saying? The same amount of people in the vicinity, and they would not have federal coverage, federal attention. May not even be much of local police attention. They just get the kids up, scrape them up, pretend like they do something, do a little paperwork, and can proceed about life as these kids continue to shoot each other down. If you don't care then, why you care now? Because rich people's lives were at risk. Because rich people were traumatized possibly by this shooting. Because rich people would stop coming back and spending their money in these areas for fear of being shot up. That's why. Newsflash. That's not acceptable. That is why people resent you so much and want to burn down your police stations. That's why people want to rally around one singular black person at whom may not have had the greatest of character. But we'll rally around him anyway because we know damn well you don't have the greatest of character. Who's worse? Definitely y'all. So this hypocrisy, it needs to be spoken on. You know what I mean? A lot of people they are speaking on it, but it's time for me to speak on it. I wish the best for FBG Duck, and I want justice for him. I want the federal government to investigate this crime. I'm not asking them not to. Quite the contrary. Get involved everywhere. Stop acting like the Gold Coast and everybody standing there lives matter more so than the people on 63rd and everybody standing there. Because we know by your criteria, they do. Why? Because they earn more. It's all about money for you evil people. If you earn more, then hey, you matter more. You're a tax-paying person. How much tax are you paying? Oh, we got to watch over you because you're going to keep us rich. But for people like myself, don't make a whole lot of money. People like people on the 63rd who may be getting shot down, they ain't really making money like that. You don't give a damn about them. The value of these people is based on their wealth. The value of these people is based on what they can do for the country they're in. And I'm sorry, that's not how the world's supposed to be. That is not what this is about at all. We have enough. We have enough food. We have enough resources. We have enough space. There should not be a reason for people to be valued in that way. The only reason why it's like that is because those who are corrupt have been rolling it for as long as they have. It's time for them to step down. It's time for them to move out of the way. That's one of the reasons why I speak the way that I do, where I'm putting my money where my mouth is in the way that I am. It's because I'm not going to stand here with a voice and energy alive today and not do something that I can from my little corner of the earth. That's not happening. And as my channel continues to grow, I will continue to speak like this. So be ready for that. I'm not going to go away. Not as it pertains to things that matter. Nah. Not at all. That comes with it. It's just who I am. And that's who I'm going to stay. And I'm not looking for an agenda. I don't want nobody to give me no money. I'm not trying to go to your rally and stand there and chant and all that bull crap. Nah, that's fake. I want real change. A lot of these people, they don't really mean it when they do that. They don't really mean it. They just going out there to be seen a certain way so they can be exalted. I don't care. You can shove me to the side. I'll sit in the corner. I promise. You don't need to see me at all. But I just want to see some change. That's it. Bodies falling in the Gold Coast ain't no less important than bodies falling on 63rd. That's all I'm saying to you. That's literally the only point I have for this particular video. Stop valuing people's lives based on what it is that they can do for you. That selfish bad energy is going to be the undoing of this country. I'm telling you that because I know it to be true. You can't continue that way forever. Eventually it's going to come back on you. Eventually you're going to understand that the marginalized people and the people who don't have a lot, they're going to continue to multiply. That's going to happen. And you rich people, those who are in position to do all this and that, the world's going to start closing in on you. Those corrupt individuals who want to go just only pay attention to certain things because a certain type of group, or want to pander to somebody because it's in style to do so, want to cancel somebody because they offended somebody, but not necessarily them because it doesn't matter as much. We're tired of it. The gatekeeping, the value placed on lives by other lives of people, you ain't no different than me. If I come up on the money that you have, suddenly I'm more important. And if you lose all that money, suddenly you trading places. And you know what? I wouldn't be no better for treating you that way than you were for treating us that way. It has to stop somewhere. It can't be like that. If I were to get $1 trillion, it can't be like that. Not even for myself. Because what ends up happening is civil unrest. People see things like this and they let it seethe in their heart. And then when that one thing happens, they go outside and they riot every freaking thing. It starts with this. With watching the feds spend so much attention on a black on black murder because of what address took place, where it happened. You don't get to do this without people like me speaking no more. My name is BDO44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.